How's it going? Today we are at Riverside Disc Golf Course, prepping for the Victoria Open. It's an A tier here in Victoria. Let me fix this thing here. A little janky after that last North Shore round. So yeah, I'm going to be doing. I'll divide them into two different videos, but we'll be doing Fox's Bend second. But first we'll be doing the standard Riverside Disc Golf Course. Number one starts over there. There's a practice basket. About 300 feet to start. But I actually like both of these courses. I've played a Christmas Eve little mini here at Riverside, and then Fox Bend. I did a doubles, bring your own partner doubles for the new year. And that was fun. I'm interested for Fox Bend to see how I do on my own instead of having a stronger partner. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. It should be fun, and also a cool way to kind of review leading up to the Victoria Open on the 13th and 14th of February. So, and it's super dewy and wet. It's kind of been sprinkling off and on in this area. So I got a towel today, unlike usual. I'm gonna have to pretend I'm an Oregonian or whatnot. But yeah, here's the tee pad for number one. I'll get it set up, and they're a little wet and slippery, so I'm not going to be able to try the full sin type shots that I really wanted to. But fuck it, I'll just keep it rolling because we're almost at they actually have good signage here, unlike every single course in I almost said Astoria, but yeah, in Corpus. Or a par 3 straight ahead street. So the I don't know if you can see the little pylons holding up that thing, but the pylons are OB, streets OB, all through this course. Looks like they have some different pin positions from the Christmas Eve event. So longer pins, different kind of angles. Should be unique to play. But yeah, this one's super straightforward, right up the middle. I threw a few discs, but I'm not super warmed up, so I'm gonna go with the light ass Blizzard Katana. Flipped a little. That's okay. Kind of nose up on the slip. Not the best first throw, but whatever. No wind today, unlike the Christmas Eve event, which was gnarly. So I'm just gonna, it's about 57 feet to the band. I'm just gonna try and throw it. I'll give it a run, but it's kind of at the long ends of my stance still. I don't really like jumping necessarily. Oh, not bad. Great line. I'm happy with the line. So number 2 is pretty long. Looks like the pin's in the A position. So 612 feet total. It is a par 4, fortunately. Mando is that tree next to the stump there. It's got a little tape around it. It's not really visible. The when we played it, Christmas Eve, I think I parred it, but I just threw something that would get around that Mando because I did not want to tinker. This time I'm going to try a roller. I haven't really tried many roller shots. I know if I get it far enough left to start, it should be okay. But I'm going to use this beat up Wraith. And just try and see how it works out. Oh, it slipped a little. It should be fine. Cut roll. Not good. Don't stand up too much. Hit that. Ooh. Wetness slipped out of my hand a little. So I didn't laser it yet, but we have 2 really long shots in to try to save par. Should be fine though, whatever. I'm gonna go down this right side with the strike. Carved off a decent chunk. Should be within upshot range for par. Alright, so third shot, we have about 162 feet Just gonna forehand the Bobcat. Should be a good distance. I don't have to power it. I can just kind of let the disc do the work. Just keep it low and throw it firm. Firmish, you know, I don't have to go too crazy with it. I didn't skip as much on the wet grass. Everything else, all the drivers have been skipping a lot, so. The mid kind of splashed down, but it still should be a super reasonable par putt inside circle 1. Okay, it's about 18 feet for par. Should be no problem. Stuck in the left side, not what I was going for, but a par's a par. This is number 3, straight down the chute here. It's very interesting because the basket, I don't know if you can see the pole in the ground. Oops, bumping the camera as usual. The pole in the ground over here, kind of just behind that tree. Let me get a better angle. There we go. You see it right in front of that tree. That's where it was for the Christmas Eve thing, 267. Now it's 471, so that's going to be a little bit more of a send. So yeah, let's give it a go. Try and keep it nose down. So this is definitely not reachable, so we're just throwing the strike down there for a layup. I mean, we're going to full send this one, but the second shot's going to be an upshot. That's pretty good. See, bro, I can throw a nose down. Okay, 138 feet to the basket, 46 yards I measured, rangefinder wise. So yeah, this is just gonna be a layup. Harp, just gonna put it out to the right and let it come back. Nothing crazy here. I don't need to do anything too dramatic. Keep it under all that. Oh, it's long and left. I should have just done like a casual walk up. I get better tempo that way. Gonna need to make a putt. As infinitely dreadful as I thought that throw was, I'm still inside circle 1, about 27-ish feet. Nose up. Disappointing bogey. Big mental error, really. Not a very confident first putt either. So hole 4, 216 feet to the first one, which I think is normally in this little group of trees here. It's in the B location, which is 300, which is fine. The A location on Christmas Eve was a little weird. Tried throwing a shark, it didn't work out well at all. I was gonna say, Chance, you're gonna be proud of how quickly I can starting to get the hang of wiping down discs more readily. For this one, I'm just gonna throw a destroyer. I'm gonna forehand it. I like that shape. I know it'll, you know, finish right if nothing else. And hopefully I don't slide too much on these guys. No, that's okay. So, yeah, this would be nice to get one back, but mostly, well, it's a little wet. Mostly, just take par. Par from 300 is fine. Birdie is like a bonus stroke for me, just because of the distance leads to inconsistency. So here we go. A little high, get down. All right. Trying to throw it down a little bit of an ante in it. Flipped to flat pretty quick and then drifted right, which is fine. That's, like I said, this is probably a par hole. It's not a super. It's not one I'm going to be eager to attack if the basket's in this location for the Open. Humorously enough, this is exactly how I got myself in trouble last time. Put myself behind a tree, tried to make a putt I ought not have tried, and it didn't really work out. This time I'm smarter though. I'm not going to try and throw a putter around the corner because it doesn't like to turn as much. But I will give this Sentinel motherfucker a nice little hyzer line around the tree and see what it does. I like to think I'm smarter and better than nearly a month ago, but we'll see. I mean, it is completely blocked off by the tree. I don't really need to, well, maybe I should lean out. You know, it's not bad. But as long as I make par, whatever. Birdie's a long shot. Whew, not bad. I'm okay with that. Hole 5 is 297 to the A distance, 264 to the B. The B is this little post. Oh, I saw it walking up. There it is, between the trees there. This is, I think, the only hole that I birdied for Christmas Eve. But this time the A basket, a little longer, tucked into the bushes back there. So I'm going to throw the Leopard 3, which is fitting because I saw some big cats in the little Texas zoo thing here. That's what that is on the other side. So yeah, Leopard 3, try and throw it straight and hopefully get it near the basket. Still don't trust these boxes. Oh, come back. We're playing for par. I got a fortunate tree assist over here because that guy was headed OB, as you see with the pylons there, little pillars. But that guy was headed OB real quick. So, just trying to lay up. It's not even a good layup position. The basket's right behind this tree. I think it's a harp. I just want something a little bit stable. I think it should be all right though. Pretty good. Oh, that's gorgeous. Come here. Hole 6 is another straightaway, longer par 4. Basket's way down there. Only one basket this time, 645 feet. I'm actually kind of excited about this hole. I didn't throw it like I was playing for par in the Christmas Eve thing, but I've learned to throw a little better since then. So I'm going to try to get a quick run up in full send with the Wraith. And it's so wide, I don't know if they'll have a temporary or like, what's it called? Artificial OB during the events. But for this one, it's so wide on both sides that I can just fucking go for it. So let's try it, and also let's try not to die off the edge of the tee pad. That'd be a real bummer. Dude, first step slipped already. That sucks. Very annoying. Could be challenging. I don't think starting on the mud is gonna help. No, it's just too muddy to start off the pad. For now, anyway. Some basketball shoes. Basketball shoes, not optimal on wet surfaces. Who'd have thought? It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be playing for par today. I can't get enough traction to run up without sliding all over. I guess I could get like trail type shoes or whatever else. That would be fine. I'm super particular about footwear. One of my few faults. Oh, I went and changed the fucking focus and now it's all janky. Hold on. Stop focusing there. Oh, there it is. So yeah. So super picky, and I know a lot of them don't have the right ankle height or other stuff, but I'm rambling about shoes instead of throwing, so let's try this. A little skim, but that might be within 60 feet for a putt. There's a little pull, but I was trying to pull through hard on that one to make up for the lack of footing. All right, 81 feet for birdie. I told myself 60 to 90 feet is a safe distance and consistent enough to try and run stuff with the Nova. I'm gonna try and sim this one. I'm gonna try to throw this in. Pretty mediocre, but it's a par. Really want to get back to even. The Nova tapping, because even though it was ugly, we got the job done. Number 7 is a nasty little par 3. It's only 228 feet, but it's OB right, it's river left, and the basket's kind of tucked on this little, not quite an island, more of a peninsula. And I don't really know what to throw. Actually, I have an idea. Something just a tiny bit stable. So it's going to be the Fez 2. I'm just going to throw it in between those 2 trees here. Those 2. Just wanted to come back to the left just a tiny bit. So I'm going to try and throw it flat. 228. That's not even that far. Okay. Oh, it's going to be okay. Oh! Kicked off the tree. I didn't see that coming. Alright, trying to save par. Alright. This kind of sucks. Throwing out of here onto that shit. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. I was thinking of the tilt. I haven't done a video with that yet. And that would be pretty good, but I don't think I need to overhand throw a tilt. I think I can get out of this with like a standard, probably harp, flex harp. Let me get down there and take a look. See if I can get down the slope without sliding down the mud. Yeah, I can kind of jump shot a harp. It's gonna be interesting. Man, these leaves kind of suck. Making things awkward. Woo! You know what? Oh shit! Balls. Fuck. I think I'm not doing that profanity challenge today. Yeah, okay. No, I need a little more power. Alright, flex the harp. How much space do I have? Space enough. The party. Forehand flex. Forehand flex. Here we go. Oh, fuck. Well, that worked out better than I could have possibly anticipated. So number 8's a bit of a hike from 7 way over there. But it looks like it's in the back position, 556 feet. It says a par 4. I think they played it as a par 3 for Christmas Eve. I'm just going to try and throw a low one out at these trees here. I don't think I can get to them because they're kind of a ways out there. But if I can keep them a little left, looks like they've cleaned up some of the brush and stuff around the basket. So yeah, try and get there in 2, take my 3 and go home. For this one, I think I want the wraith. I threw my orange wraith here on Christmas, and sorry, my DX wraith. They're both orange. See? Cool. But yeah, I threw my DX one on Christmas and it turned over because it was kind of beat up and just went way right, and I was just like, that was unexpected. It was windy as hell though, so that's... Anyway, I'm gonna try to put some hot sauce on it. Some stank on it, so to speak. Jacob. I didn't flip up as much as I wanted. Sit down, it should be okay. Yeah, that's alright. I think I rounded that one a touch. I didn't really look back fully. Okay, 98 yards, so that's 294 feet to the basket. I don't think that's really all that gettable. I'm going to try and hyzer flip this katana. I'm really just trying to bring it out to the right, let it come back at the end. If it flips it to flat, that's going to be just about perfect, I think. There is, I don't think it's quite river on the left, but it's definitely OB. Maybe not hyzer flip, maybe just release flat and try and let it do its natural shape toward the basket. I don't think I'm going to be able to get there, get to be putting in, putting for my third from, you know, maybe inside of 60 would be a win, I think. It's a little nose up, but good drift. Oh, there it is. 3 assisted drift. Plan for 4. So now that I think of it, I think the basket was probably over here around this corner. Maybe a little bit farther. I don't think it was this far right. I thought it was closer to kind of the edge before. Anyway, it doesn't matter where it's at then. Right now, it is probably, I don't know, 90 something feet away. I'm gonna get a distance. It's gonna be, I think I'm within a tinted throw-in range with a Nova. Yeah, 47 yards again. I'm really good at laying it up to this, apparently. This time I should be a little better, a little more confident, a little more. Better run. Same result, just about. Not quite as close, but because it's a better run, it's going to be a little more past it. I feel like I haven't had a putt outside of 10 feet in ages. This is probably close to, I don't know, 9 or 10. Should not be an issue. Yeah, we'll see what UDisc says about that one, but I'm going to play it as a 3, so I think I'm 2 over right now, which isn't not terrible. Number 9, last hole on the front. 352, dead straight. Basket's nicely framed for visibility purposes against those trees back there. I'm going to throw a strike at it. I'm going to try to get enough. Try to do the full send again if I can get enough traction. I'd love to see what I can do now. It's pretty good. It was a little tiny nose up. I got a little quick with it, trying to maintain my footing, or maintain good footing anyway. But because I wasn't, the traction was actually fine. I planted a little cautiously, but yeah, that should have been at least 300, I think. All right, so I got 51 feet to the basket, so I think I got pretty close to the 300, which is, it's good for questionable footing. But I'm gonna go with the Hunter because I need a little more glide. The Voodoo just not confident it'll quite reach unless I really power it. Ah, left it right. Distance was probably good. Height was pretty good, I think. Lots of short putts. I think if I do this during the Victoria Open. It'll be a pretty successful day, although if there's no wind or anything, I think a lot of the better players are going to score very well. Anyone who can throw, I don't know, 350, 400-ish should be pretty, pretty low potentially. So starting the back nine, number 10, par 3, 518 feet. That's a long ways. And it basically goes back behind that little bunch of bushes there up on the hill. We kind of passed it on number 8, but really this is the played for 3 hole for me. I'm just going to try and send probably this strike again. It's just, I like the glide. I think it's pretty consistent. And now that we know the grip's pretty okay, now that we assume the grip's pretty okay, I'm going to try and crank on it a little. Good glide. Okay. That's pretty okay. A little tiny low for what I wanted, but it is going downhill a little, so that's a smart, safe throw. So we got about 64, 65 yards, so about 95 feet uphill. The uphill is the part that throws me off a little. Should be prime harp range. Like I should be able to just send this thing and be all right. But the uphill, I'm not going to play a factor. I'm just going to throw it. I try and throw it with confidence, and it should be all right. Especially nose up a little. Yeah, should be good. Try not to overthink it. Oh, it's very nose up, but pretty short. I kind of chickened out about sending it as hard as I could. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of work for par. Oh, that's gonna be more work than I wanted for bogey. I think if I'd gotten a distance with that putt, I would have been a little more confident, because I think it's only like 40-something feet, which I know I can get to, but because I was concerned, I threw it a little higher. And so it didn't quite perform as I liked. Hole 11 is interesting. I don't know what the pin B distance would be. It looks like it's in pin A, 294. Pin B looks like it'd be like around the corner, way around the corner to the right. And then, I don't know what that other T-pad looking deal is. Alternate, I don't know. Anyway, we're just going straight at that guy, because that's what I'm familiar with. So 294, keep the nose down. I think this is a good hole for the katana. I can throw it flat, it should go right, and then it should fade left more at the end. The key is keeping the nose down, because there's tree branches all the top. So, I think there's like gnats or mosquitoes out here too. Very annoying. And there's also this pecan right where I want to finish the step. That would suck. Fucking pecans. Come on back. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Touch high maybe, but the angle is right. This is pretty much optimal. Flexed around, got to the open side because those three guardian trees. 3 guardian trees block it off, so 27 feet for birdie. Got one. Oh, so I guess the other one's just 11, and this is 11A. And it just goes kind of through these trees. This looks like a fun line. I'm going to play it. I'm going to try and hyzer flip Underworld. I had some success with the practice throws, but I haven't used it in actual like counted play in a little while. Should be fun though. I think I got it. I think I know what I'm doing. Turning 8 is a long way though. Probably just playing for par. Oh, no, it's so bad. I threw it way down into the ground. So I'll probably have 300 feet coming the rest of the way to the basket. Oh, that was almost cool. Alright, I'm just going to try and flex the destroyer because this is a long ass way. I don't know if I'll count this toward my par stroke. Oh, get there. Skip. I kind of grabbed in the ground. It's almost what I wanted. Interestingly, that basket says 12. But 12 is right there, and 12 usually goes around the corner. So I don't know, maybe it's an old vestige of what the course was before or something. Anyway, still playing it as 11A. This is going to be a throw-in attempt again, because that's definitely outside standard putt range. Maybe I'll make one of these eventually. Oh, that's bad. Way less. A little aggressive, little chickeny. It's like a scared aggressive. It's like a chihuahua type throw. Where you like, the tree was there, got a little nervy, and just yapped it out to the left. Just, yeah, chihuahua. Almost made a yap sound. I don't know if it's a post-birdie fuck-up on a hole that you're not necessarily counting, but this is definitely what would be a bogey putt under pressure, so that's good. Not a, let's see. It's about 20 feet. That's kind of getting to the range where it's hit and miss. The breeze is coming in a little. I tried to play it down, but it's still floating hot. I'm not going to count that one. Because, one, it's my first time playing it, and two, I don't think that's going to be the actual hole during the event. But hole 12, I don't know the distance yet. Starts here, goes around this corner, river all along the left side, so you're going to want to keep it out to the right, ideally. Last time I played this, I threw destroyer into a ripping headwind. Just tried to keep it low, and I ended up putting myself in a great birdie position and then 3-putted like an idiot. So we're going to work, oh, that's a cool view, work our damnedest to avoid that. And I think, I don't know why this ground is so uneven. Whatever, don't care. But I think it's going to be a destroyer again. I'm just going to put it out to the right. Put it out to the right as flat as I can and let it do its thing naturally. Because it'll do it. I'm nearly certain. Oh, get down. Get left. Okay, that should be fine. Oh yeah, and the distance is 277, so very reachable, even if it's not on like a super powerful throw. Alright, pretty good result. Definitely in circle 1. Not quite a death putt, but damn, that is a whole lot of cliff staring me in the face. About 21 feet, slightly downhill. Good safe toss, I like it. Got the birdie there. The walk from 12 to 13 is pretty cool. You got some of this viney overgrowth, and then you're just kind of walking down. Whoa, walking down here. Sounds like there's woodpeckers in the trees. So 13, I made the mistake of trying to forehand a verdict. It wobbled out and went fucking nowhere. Today, because it is that left to right, 207 feet. It's like right there in front of me. I think I'm gonna just try and throw a hunter flat. The Tui is a good option too. I really like the Tui for that little flex, not really flex, but understable right turn, controlled right turn. The hunter might turn a little too much, but I think it's gonna be fine. Forehand harpers is probably a good option. Forehand bobcat, since there's no wind, would probably be good too. But yeah, still gonna go with the backhand hunter. Try to release it flat. I think it's gonna be good. That's pretty good. Get in. Oh, that was beautiful. Yeah, traversing this thing is unique. Last time I jumped across with my bag and everything. This time I have soggier shoes and it's wetter. So I'm just gonna take the old man route. Walk on this lovely path here. So that's an absolutely beautiful result. Parked with the turnover putter. Another birdie. This is lovely. I'm having fun. Number 14. It's another pretty fun hole. Par 4, 573. It's pretty open on this side. I didn't trust that because the wind was ripping right to left on Christmas Eve, so I tried to throw something out over here that faded back, and it didn't go well. I threw that stupid DX Wraith and it turned over again. At that point in the round, I was like, fuck you, Wraith, you're dead to me. And I stopped throwing it. But with the wind not being an asshole, I think I can forehand something down this line of telephone. I mean, I'm gonna say telephone poles, but they're not really telephone poles, they're more street lights. So I'm gonna go at it with the destroyer. Just try and get around the tree and then just glide down there a little bit. Should be an easy par. At worst. That's a great position to start. B, go away. Shh. All right, I got 97 yards, 91 feet to the basket. Pretty good. That's a good forehand. But because of the forehand, I'm going to have to bring it out to this left again. And I'm just going to forehand the destroyer again because it worked so well the first time. Maybe a little more nose up so that it gets around the tree more readily. But it should be fine. Should be an okay play. Oh, cranked it over a little. Gotta skip. Okay. I definitely rolled the wrist, flipped it up to flat with an off-axis torque. That's that wobbliness, and but it skipped back. So hooray! Okay, I got about 36 feet left for birdie. It's not bad. It's not a, I wouldn't say 50% likelihood, but I think I can hit metal. Wind behind me, I noticed. Got knocked down a touch. Hole number 15 looks like it's in the C position. When I played it, it was in the A, which is just in that first little group of trees. C position is a par 4. So this is gonna be a long one. I'm gonna try to just throw an underworld out to the left and let it drift on its own back to the right. Oh, I see the B position post over there. That's kind of cool. A, I think, is probably the most fun with like the trees and distance. Well, let's go underworld. Turned into a cut roll. That's not great. It was. I need to throw it up in the air a little more. The wind is coming toward a little bit, and turned it over a little earlier than expected. The basket's behind these trees. I'm gonna throw. Whoa. Just gonna throw a forehand around the thing, try and get some distance. It's. We're playing for 4 now at this point, so it's not a big deal. Just trying to put myself in a good spot for the layup, the upshot. Got to skip, but it should be. Oh, it didn't skip. Man, good position. That was just how I wanted to rip that one. Right angle, leaving my hand. Right height. This is the wrong ground play. I think this clover has ate it up. So this is an okay result. Did what I wanted, gave myself a line. I think I'm in attempted throwing range again with that Nova. I think I'm getting closer and closer with each attempt, so try and hit metal here this time. That'd be sweet. A little wobbly out of the hand, very bad. Kind of rushed. Didn't really take my time to set up and get comfortable. Looks like a 15 to 18 footer. Oh, I just pissed off some fire ants. That's fun. Always exciting, pissing off fire ants. I think my shoes are wet enough. Man, they are really pissed. Oh well, fuck those guys. Goodbye. So over there is number 1 for Fox's Bend. I'll be doing that today too. Hopefully I'll have enough storage left on my phone for that. Number 16, par 4. This is a long one, 675. I remember when I first played this one, I was thinking like, holy shit, this is like two full sends, 2 good full sends and some. Which I'll play this for par, or maybe even for bogey during the tournament, depending on the weather conditions. But for this one, I'm going to throw the strike. Try and put it down this main row of trees and let it fade back to the left. Hopefully giving me a line on my second shot. Little nose up. Sneak through, sneak. Snuck enough. Try not to step in that fucking fire ant mound right there at the end of the box. That's a huge bitch. So not exactly ideal. There's a lot of trees in the way. I'm gonna try and throw the Leopard 3 just up the middle here. Maybe a little bit on hyzer to hopefully get to flip up a ton, or not a ton, flip up a little and ride it instead of drifting off to the right, because right is no bueno. So yeah, let's give this a go. Trying to hyzer flip again. Pretty good. It's about the line I wanted. I'm glad it turned up the way it did, because it was going right at that one tree on the right side. Alright, we got 168 to the basket from here. We're going to forehand the Bobcat, I think. I think that's a good intermediate range. Just kind of throw it out there. Should be fun. Kind of on the long range of like four-handed mids for me. Confidently four-handed mids anyway. Blew it out a little. Came out very clean, a little straighter than anticipated, but that's cool. Just about 15 feet. Kind of an awkward lie with this upslope, so I'm going to straddle it. That should have been made. That's a stupid mistake there. Hole number 17, I like. 342. Straight down the thing. A little overhead, a little tree coverage. Nothing too dramatic. There are plenty of lanes. I think that bogey puts me at... I had myself at even, but that wasn't counting the alternate hole fours as fours. That was like number 8. I'd still count it as 3. So I think like playing by the signs, I'm even. By U-disc, I have no idea what it's going to be. Anyway, 340 something, slightly against the wind. I'm just going to try and absolutely rip into this strike. Really flat line, really not bad. A little low. Well, I nestled myself nicely between these trees. I'm gonna jump putt this. It's a little long, trying to really hit low and straight at the basket. And really just give myself a par with a chance of making it, ideally. Short, that's safe. Kind of a little short guy. Basket's set lower than normal. Here we are, last hole, hole 18, Riverside Disc Golf. The thing I was used to was number A, or placement A, which was kind of back here along the fence line. I just threw a forehand out this way. But this time it's B, which is down the middle here. Where the fuck is that basket? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's right behind my car, or in front of my car. So yeah, this should be just a nice straight throw. The strike went a little bit farther right that time. I wanted to come back more, so I'm going to throw the wraith here. Should be bueno. Definitely going to go left. Not great. Gonna be, yeah, playing for par again. All right, seem to have put myself into a teensy predicament with these 3 trees blocking my line. I'm gonna take it out to the right between the middle and right one, and let this harp come back. Because I really want to hit my line. I'm just gonna baby step it and hit my gap, ideally. I hit my gap. I didn't get it far enough. Should be a putt though. Oh, that wasn't bad. I'm at about 21 feet to stay at even by the signage. Oh, I released it early. +1 by the signage. Plus whatever by you did. That was a fun round.